good evening, everyone. Good to be in your companies once again. This is Phenomenal Leadership. I'm your friend, Bishop-elect Edlin Scott, really excited about the opportunity, as always, to come into your homes with Phenomenal Leadership. We're aired twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Saturday mornings, it's Morning Glory, and then Sunday morning again, it's Morning Glory. Really excited about coming into your home. So reach out to somebody, let them know that I am live with Phenomenal Leadership. This is Thursday, and so we're really excited. May the 5th, Thursday, May the 5th, and we're really excited about what God is doing. Listen, you want to stay with me today. What am I going to be talking about? I want to talk about dream on. You know, every one of us at one point or another have dreams, or there are things that we want to do. And so I want to encourage you, and I want to give you some pointers on how to continue dreaming, to dream on. So reach out to somebody, let them know that we're live and we're getting ready for an absolutely great teaching here tonight. I've had one of those absolutely great week, and this has been a great day. The entire week has been really exciting for me. Been having an absolutely beautiful time. We just came out of our 40th year convention on Sunday. We closed it out, and been getting some rest this week. But I'm really looking forward to what God has in store for us as we enter a brand new year. Dream on is what we want to talk about tonight. Now, many people discover their dream in a flash. Sometimes they discover it after being on a particular job for years and years of work. Actually, I got saved about 38 years ago. And believe me, more than half of those years, I never saw myself doing what I'm doing now. Never really saw myself doing what I'm doing now. In fact, 3/4 of my time being saved, of the 38 years, I never saw myself doing what I'm doing now. Really and truly, this has came about probably no more than 10 years ago, if that much. No more than 10 years ago, the direction that my life is on has really materialized. And so, for lack of a better word, I've not really saw my dream. My passion for leadership didn't really surface until very recently. But trust me, I'm absolutely enjoying the journey that I'm on. Until you start doing things that you like, then you're really just working hard. But when you do things that you like, then there's no working hard. It's just fun. And so I began to share that with my wife. I told her, as I began to reevaluate Morning Glory and Phenomenal Leadership and all the things that I do, and I was concerned that maybe I'm being burnt out, maybe I'm doing too much. But I really love this. I'm really excited about it. I am enjoying doing this. And I think, and really this is not my driving force. My driving force is empowering people. I want to empower people, but as I empower people, boy, I empower myself. I really empower myself. So like I talked about on Tuesday, as you refocus, you're also helping the leadership in you. And so people don't always discover their dreams in the same way. So there are differences that we discover a dream. Some people receive it during a time of prayer. Before they go before the Lord, and boom, they discover what it is. However, if you are in that big group that has not discovered your dream yet, then I want to point out a couple of things to you. I don't intend to be before you long tonight. I want to keep it short, sweet, right to the point. If you are one of those persons that have not yet discovered your dream, maybe I need to research it, but it is said that you get up with more energy whenever you go to sleep and you have a dream. No matter how short your sleep was, once it involved a dream, it seems like you get a little more energy. And so I want to offer you 5 steps that will help you clear the clutters and discover your dream. You know, clear them cobwebs out your eyes and out your head so you can discover your dream. Because everybody need a dream. Everybody need a dream. Everybody needs something in their head to guide them to the reality of placing it in their hand. Because it has to come out of here in your hand. When it's in your hand, it's the reality that it is. And so this came out of John Maxwell's book, Your Roadmap for Success. Your Roadmap for Success, written by John Maxwell. Number one, the number one thing that you got to get first, if you get nothing else, the one thing you got to get first is you got to believe in your ability to succeed. This whole thing doesn't make sense if you don't believe that you can succeed. If you don't believe that you're going to succeed, this does not make sense. Whatever you put your hands to, you have to believe that you're going to be good at it. You're going to be successful at it. Success has to be. You can't go there and sometimes I watch movies and where great champions are asked for one reason or another to throw the fight, to lose the fight. And they have all the problem in the world going out there knowing that they're going to lose the fight. Because they are winner. You are a winner. You are a winner. You are a winner. You have been created to win. Nothing more, nothing less. You've been created to win. So, you have to believe in your ability to succeed. You must believe that you can succeed if you are to succeed. You have to believe that you can succeed if you are to succeed. The second thing that you got to do is you got to get rid of pride. You got to get rid of pride. People full of themselves usually don't have much room left over for a life-changing dream. People who feel like they arrive, people feel like they already have it. I met a dream team. I really met a dream team. I went over to school and I met an absolutely dream team. And so I said, really there's nothing to offer this dream team because they seem to have everything together. And so I walked away from the environment and I thought about it the whole time because, very rarely you meet the dream team. Very rarely you meet a cohesive team that just works well together. And so I keep thinking about it. I went away thinking about it. And so later on that evening, I began to meditate and continue thinking about it. And the Lord spoke to my spirit. He says, every great team can be better. Whoa. So, no matter how you think you got it all together, you can be better. And so, pride does not give room for growth. Pride doesn't give space for anything else because you feel like you have it all together. And so, therefore, you must, as a leader, not allow pride to dominate. In fact, as much as you can, keep pride out of your life in order so that you can expand and there can be room for growth. All right? Are you feeling me? The third thing is, you have to cultivate constructive disconnect. Cultivate constructive disconnect. Or constructive discontent. You have to disconnect yourself from I'm okay. And you have to disconnect yourself from the contentment of, there's a scripture in the Bible says, whatever state I find myself in, therewith to be contented, right? And so it may give you the belief, it may make you feel as if whatever you wake up to in the morning, you could accept that. Whatever you wake up to in the mornings, you accept it. Now, bear this in mind. The reality that David walked in when David went to see his brothers was Goliath was the champion. There was nobody better than Goliath. Goliath was Goliath was the baddest man in town. And that was the reality that David walked into. So, if David had accepted the state that he was in, Saul was afraid, all of the armies of Israel was afraid, David's brothers was afraid, and so I am suggesting then that David should have been afraid. But before David accepted what it was, David challenged it first. See, if you don't like your day, you got to challenge that man. And so that's why you got to cultivate constructive disconnect. Disconnect is a driving force that makes people search for their dream. If you don't like this probably ain't your dream. So you got to be able to constructively, very carefully, very crafty, disconnect yourself so that you can find your niche, find what works for you, find your passion, find the thing that brings energy into your life. And so, disconnect is a driving force that makes people search for their dreams. Complacency never brings success. Complacency never brings success. If you just complacent, you just whatever happens, you're just hanging around, you will never hit success. It just won't happen. Number 4, escape from habits. Escape from habits. We are so used to doing things the way we used to doing them that we can't do things no other way than the way we used to doing them. Now, whereas some things are good for the time it was in, when Samson needed something to kill those enemies with, he saw the jawbone of an ass, and he went over there, he got it, and he used it as a weapon. But that was not Samson's weapon of choice. That was just Samson's weapon for that time, for that season. And so Samson used that effectively because of that season. But it was not his weapon of choice. You never heard again where David used a sling to bring down anybody. That was just the weapon for that season. That was just the weapon for that time. And I just did it for that moment. And so we are so hooked on these things that God gave us for a time. And it's not the habit. It was just for the time. Not to make a habit out of it. Not to be saying, okay, I got a bottle now, I got to go get my jawbone, I got to get my sling. Don't you think everybody heard about David's sling? And so, even if he was able to bring down Goliath, but I'm sure everybody else hide their forehead from that point going forward. That was never exposed because they knew that brought down Goliath. You dumb if you know that something brought down your giant and you don't do anything about it. So, the fourth thing you got to do is escape from habits. Don't accept what is without considering what it could be. Don't accept what is before you consider what it could be. You may say that I'm smart. You watching me tonight, you may be a smart person. And so you walk around town saying, I'm a smart person. I'm the smartest person in the neighborhood. I'm the smartest person in my family. And you walk around saying this. But are you as smart as you could be? To dream on challenges yourself to be as smart as you can be. And not settle for being as smart as you are. When you dream on, and that's what we're talking about tonight, when you dream on, then you challenge yourself to be as smart as you can be. The reason why I research and the reason why I do stuff is because I like where I'm at. But I'm not settled here because there's always room for more. So I'm trying to get the more. Because I'm demanding from you watching me. I'm demanding from you watching me that you be stretched. I'm demanding that you be better leaders and better persons. I'm demanding that. And the only way I can demand it from you, I have to offer more to you. The more you offer people, the more that they can become and the more you can come to expect. All right, my final point. I'm wrapping up. I'll be done in about 2 minutes. Number 5, balance creativity with character. Balance creativity with character. When it comes to their dream, truly successful people have enough creativity to think it out and enough character to act it out. You can have the brightest idea. You can have the biggest dream. All of that is good if you have enough character to act out your dream. You'll be amazed at the many persons that have books and books that they have in their head and have not put them on paper and be a blessing to somebody. Somebody for about more than a year, at least 3 years, had a leadership book for me. And I finished college. I finished my degree before they gave me the book. You know why? Because they thought I would not have accepted it. And the book that they gave me, I use it every single day, even now, because it brings that much. So I was thinking, I said, Lord, had they given me this 4 years earlier than they gave it to me, I would have been 4 years better the day that they gave it to me. So, successful people have enough creativity to think things right out. You know, you got the dream, you figure out how to get to it. My spirit have been awoken. Now, I've had a successful year. I'm having a successful year. I'm having a successful time. But my spirit is open. I want to enjoy a greater level of success. I really have maxed out this first floor. I want to see what's on the second floor. And when I finish the second floor, I want to see what's on the third floor. I want to continue to go higher. So, successful people has enough creativity to think the dream true. Don't just get the dream and don't think about it. Think the dream true. And then you have to have enough character in you to act it out. David only saw the giant and said, boy, I killed a lion and a bear. Because he had enough in him to see that truth. Say, well, if I could deal with the lion and the bear, then I could deal with this Goliath. And he had enough character in him to go and present himself to the king and said, I'll do this. I'll deal with this for you. So, you not only have to be a dreamer, but you have to have the character You have to have enough in you to also act out that dream. So let me run over it very quickly. In order for you to find your dream, you got to believe, number one, believe in your ability to succeed. Number one, believe in your ability to succeed. Number two, get rid of pride. Make room for change. Make room for change. You're not there. Jesus says there are deeper depths and there are higher heights. So no matter how deep you go, there's deeper. No matter how high you go, there's higher. Number three, cultivate, and this takes some time. Cultivate constructive discontent. Cultivate constructive discontent. Cultivate, I'm not satisfied with this. It gotta be more. I gotta search. Okay, I'm there, but is this it? I gotta find more. Number four, escape from bad habits. The reason you get what you get is because you keep doing what you do. Whenever you want to experience something different, you got to do something different. Whenever you want a different end result, you got to put something different in it, or you're gonna get what you've been getting because you keep doing what you've been doing. Escape from bad habits, and then balance creativity with character. Balance it. You dream it out. Have the guts. Be mature enough to act it out. Well, certainly I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the phenomenal leadership crew. I really, really, truly appreciate you. Thank God for all of you. I'm loving you, man. I'm loving you being in our space, loving what God is doing in our lives. Join me on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for Morning Glory, then Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. for another session of Morning Glory. Listen, friends, I really love you. I really appreciate you. I like what I see God is bringing us to. Good evening. Have a wonderful night in the Lord.